This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 9, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 10, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures. Then say he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. So with that, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Wakar Kadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching word, truthfully and sincerity, and shalom to the Akim scattered through four corners of the globe, preaching word, truthfully and sincerity as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out from the JerusalemPostStaff.com. That's September 18, 2023, from the Jerusalem Post Staff, and it reads: Hamas launched rocket from Gaza towards Mediterranean Sea. Right, the ongoing tensions between the Israeli Defense Force and Hamas are starting to increase. So yeah, I just want to add an additional note to that. Well, continuing with the reading of the news article, it says the Hamas organization launched a rocket from the Gaza Strip towards the Mediterranean Sea on Monday morning, Palestinian media said, as a part of a military preparedness drills. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. And this makes a lot of sense because you have the, once again, like I mentioned again, we have the tensions between Hamas of Hezbollah versus the Israeli Defense Force. As you've been having two leaders taking shots at one another, and warlike rhetoric, words between one another. And this is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near and let them come up. Right, and that's what we're seeing. These nations are in that warlike mindset. The nations are waking up in that warlike mindset. That's why we're seeing military exercise training at an all-time high. Nuclear escalations and tensions. One nation rising up against another nation. One army of nations rising up against another army of nations with the Israel-Palestine situation. Iran versus Israel, Hezbollah, Hamas together versus Israel, the Israeli Defense Force. Those are nations rising up against one another, and that's what we're seeing. And I'm going to read it again. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, which is the armies of the other nations. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near and let them come up. And this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your swords and the plowshares and the swords and the plenty hooks, and let the weak see I am strong. Right, and that's what we're seeing. Let the weak see I am strong of these and other nations. You got that nuclear capability. And we're going to continue to see that increase in these times that we're in. So nuclear escalations and tensions of nations rising up against one another is only going to continue to increase. And so with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article from the JerusalemPost.com by the Jerusalem Post Staff, published September 18, 2023, and it reads again: Hamas launched rocket from Gaza towards Mediterranean Sea. So with that, once again, hopefully this was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Wakar Kadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word, truthfully and sincerity. And shalom to the Akim scattered through four corners of the globe, preaching the word, truthfully and sincerity as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.